Oh, and I'm wrong. No. How am I wrong? What? All right, my chess champions, welcome back to the journey. So today we're going to do some puzzles. Before we get started, I want to kind of just document where I'm at with my puzzle rating and all my stats and stuff. And then, just so we can track the progress over time. So I recently hit 10,000 total puzzles on chess.com. So if you guys want to get better at chess, you got to do a lot of puzzles. All right. They're fun though. So, it's okay. My peak rating ever is just above 2,900. This is super inflated, by the way. Like generally puzzle ratings are like anywhere from, 300 to 1,000 points inflated. So this is my current rating. And last night I did a bunch and I was previously at about 2,800. And then you can see this really big spike. So like if I go 7 days here, I did a bunch. And I attribute that increase in strength and confidence to having done the tactics puzzles out of this book. So the Woodpecker Method, highly recommend if you're like 1,400 or above, really good. But today we're going to do puzzles on chess.com and see if maybe we can hit a new rating high. Let's give it a go. Okay, I haven't figured it out yet, but let's discuss some things I'm seeing so far. So I considered pawn takes pawn. Our bishop is currently pinned to our king, so the bishop can't take. If we take their bishop, they recapture with check, and that doesn't quite feel right. It feels like we lose initiative. I think we have to move it feels too passive. I considered this rook sacrifice. So if rook takes, pawn takes, and then I was looking for like a queen check somewhere, but I don't think we have one. And it's too slow, it feels like. So that's what's leading me to believe it might just be pawn takes, because from there it's really dangerous. If they recapture, then the rook comes in and the king is just totally exposed. So that's what I'm thinking right now. I'm going to go ahead and submit that. I could be wrong on this one, but let's see. Okay, they did like pawn takes. We are in check. We have 3 different captures. If we capture with the rook, they get a check, so maybe we capture with the pawn. If you capture with the queen, if they take, you can kind of jump in, but if they push, then I don't think you have as much initiative, whereas if we capture with the pawn and they push, then we have a mate in 2 there. So let's capture with the pawn. All right. Just broke into 29. Let's go. Puzzle number 2. Okay, I think I may have just solved it, but let me also articulate some things I was considering. So firstly, in this position, our knight is hanging. The black king feels quite vulnerable, but we don't have any other pieces near it besides our queen, and there's no checks really. One of the first things I considered was maybe this knight move, knight d4. So you're forking queen and bishop, but after pawn takes, because of this knight, I was thinking maybe we could get a rook here and try to attack the king, but it doesn't seem to work. Then I looked at queen takes b7 because, I want to play this check maybe and like try to stir some things up. So if I go queen takes b7, the rook is hanging. Also, we help defend this. So if queen takes, probably rook takes, we take with check, something like that. They come up and, we can probably keep checking them and maybe do some things. So that looks pretty good. But then I remembered a puzzle I solved in the woodpecker method in this book I've been working through. And I realized that this side of the board, the black king is just so lonely here. How can we try to maybe somehow checkmate them? How can we add a piece to the attack to maneuver to help come attack black's king? It's not a queen move. It's a different piece. If I'm right. I think I'm right, but let's see. The move I'm thinking of is rook to h1 with threat of checkmate, and I don't think they can stop it. Absolutely savage. So yes, they can take here, but I think we have sufficient defense. So let's give it a go. So rook h1 was rook h1. Okay, I didn't see this defense, so we have to think about it now because this is no longer checkmate since the queen is blocked, so they could step up. But I think we are winning a rook, so probably still pretty good. Actually, we might still be mating them. So this pawn does a good job of keeping the black king back a little bit. They might be able to sneak out this way, but what I'm thinking of is rook h8 check, king comes up, rook comes back, check, to basically win this bishop outright. The king steps up. Do we have any follow-ups there? So one more time, sorry. So check, king comes up, check, king comes up. So I think we have queen check here. Only move in that position, king has to come here. So we have a rook here, their king is here, and our queen is here, and it's our move. Do we have any follow-ups in that position? I'll start it off with the check, just to put it on the board for you guys. So now we have to decide, do we take the free rook, or do we try to king hunt and then maybe scoop up this bishop at some point? So if check and they come up and we go check, they can't block because of the pawn. So check, king comes up, check, king has to run to g5. Do we have a follow-up? Maybe queen check along the dark square diagonal so they can't block. So check, king comes up, check, king comes up, check. The king could go here or here. Let's say king here. So black king is here. Our queen is here. Our rook is here. And it's our move. Is there a follow-up? Then maybe we take the bishop with check, but I don't know. Does the king start to run? Sorry, I know this is like pretty deep calculation. But to truly solve this puzzle, I do think you need to figure that out because, these two moves are both tempting. What is the best? Oh, also, I forgot we have this rook, which can jump in. This is why you got to always think about bringing all your pieces into the attack, guys. So after check, king comes up. Is this rook move ever the answer? Or maybe later in the line? Wow, this is a crazy, crazy puzzle. Check. King comes up, check, king comes up, check. If king comes here, then maybe rook swings in, but then they can block though. Also, if the king goes back, I should explain. If they go here, then we can take with check, and then we're gonna mate them. If check and they come here, I think we just take the bishop and mate will follow and they can't do anything to us, I believe. Man, I'm not quite seeing the finish. So check, king comes up, check. I mean, you could also take the bishop there, but it feels kind of slow. So check, king comes up, check, king comes up, check. Let's say king comes up, check. So the black king is here. Our queen moves here with a check. The king is forced. They could go one of two squares. Let's say they come back. So check, up, check, check. If we try to bring in the rook, they block. Oh, but then maybe we take, they take, and then we take with check. Sorry, guys, this is crazy. And then they could go like here. They could like come up. We're going to go for this. Okay, that's all they made you show is the check. Okay, but let's see why. King here. Check, best move. Queen e7, check, best move. Oh, you can take the bishop here. That's the only winning move. Everything else gives black an advantage in this position, according to the engine. Check. Let's say they come here though. Attacking the knight. Queen h3 check. Oh, and you can't take because then we take. But that is the best move. Wow. And then probably, oh, they say rook h3. Oh, so maybe you get a mate or something. Yeah, so rook h3, knight is pinned. Let's say they do like trying to defend. Mate and 2 in this position. Oh yeah, check. This is pretty wild. So both of our rooks are covering, sandwiching the king in. And this is in general a very dangerous position. This is kind of a common tactic that comes up in some games or in some puzzles. And if you can just deliver like one little finesse check to the king, it could be game over. So we go check, they go, sorry, check, they go here. What's the finish? Sorry, right there, checkmate. Only move. Checkmate. Sorry, that explanation was a little long, but pretty savage puzzle. Next one. Okay, I think I got it. It only took me a little bit, maybe 10 seconds. At first I looked at this check, and then king slides out, and then I was looking at, maybe bishop check, but feels like the king's kind of getting away over there. So then I looked at how can we bring more pieces in. So I looked at this knight check, which I just realized is wrong. I thought that was the right move, but I forgot the queen defense. So, all right, I got to think some more. Because, yeah, I thought this would lead to mate. But, all right, back to the drawing board. Okay, maybe check, king here, check. Because now the queen defends the knight. Okay, yeah, I think that leads to mate. So this is a really good visualization or a calculation one for you guys. First move, check. King comes up. Knight d4, check. Where can the king move in that position? So check, king comes up, check. What happens next? The way I visualize these, by the way, guys, is So like queen check, king comes here, and then knight comes in. And I'm asking myself, where can this king go now? I try to imagine, okay, I try to remember where the piece is first, and then try to visualize what are the squares it controls. So check, king comes here, check. I know my queen is on this square, so therefore it's seeing this diagonal. Okay, so therefore the king can't move on any of these dark squares. Got it. So queen check, king comes up, knight here. Now the knight's here, so it's guarding. I know the knight's on this square, therefore I know it's controlling these two squares. Right, so check, king comes up, check. So only moves I see there was maybe this move, but white can't go there because of our bishop, which leaves only king to g3 as the only option there, right? So check, king comes up, check, only move king g3. What is the final move? There's a checkmate in 1 in that position, I believe. One more time, here's the sequence. Check. I believe queen back to g5 is now checkmate because the king is right here. We're hitting the king. The bishop controls this square. The knight controls this square. So that's where remembering like, okay, I know I have a knight here. Therefore, this is controlling here, right? So that's how I help visualize and remember things. Oh, and I'm wrong. No. How am I wrong? What? How does this not win? Maybe there's a faster mate. Oh, there's a faster mate. Okay, sorry guys. So check. If they come up, what do you guys play? Mate in 1 there. What I call an iron cross mate, where these two pawns are sandwiching the king in. Our bishop aids. So if check, if they come up, they get mated. So if they go pawn blocks, then what do? It's another iron cross mate. Checkmate right there, because now the pawn is here. So king is mated. I think the other line still led to mate. Let's look though. Oh wow, it doesn't. What? Well, I guess I guess they can give up the queen is the issue. Wow. Okay, I was wrong. All right, final puzzle for today. This one I got pretty quickly. I've seen this a few times. So yeah, literally like 3 seconds. But notice that we have a lot of firepower on the back, aiming towards white's back rank. Notice that we have a light squared bishop that can maybe tuck in. How can you facilitate some sort of checkmate? So bishop here immediately looks pretty strong, but you're giving white some time to maybe do something. So like maybe rook here and kind of delay. Well, I guess that ends up in mate. I don't know. Like, I guess actually in this position, I don't know if they can stop this, but there's a more forcing way that we should aim for. So black to play, mate in 3. First move is with the queen. Check. Check. Only move, they have to come back. We control, and we deliver the checkmate. That's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And in our next episode, I'll definitely play a 15-minute game. I hope to see you there. Thanks a lot.